YouTube, what is going on? Scenario Talk 23. I'm back with another video. Before we get into the video, YouTube, I need you to hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell while you at it. Today we got where are these YouTube sensations now? Let's get straight into it.
Mikey Williams, born June 6, 2004, Noah Farrakhan, December 3, 2000, and Ronald Segou, September 16, 1999. In the last 5 years or so, I'm sure at some point you've seen all these guys pop up on your YouTube feed for their insane high school highlights in hyped videos of how much of a sensation they are on that level. Most comments deeming them the next great point guard of the future. YouTube sensation took off where the term prodigy left off and has birthed some of the biggest names over the years as far as hype is concerned. But if we've learned anything in the past decade about that process, is not every player you see YouTube creators and comment sections make out to be the next big thing turn out to be anything close to that. The main reason is because those are usually young fans of these guys that don't quite understand the process, the politics, the circumstance, or how much can happen in that time between high school and getting to the NBA. You don't have to have played in the NBA to know that none of that YouTube hype stuff matters when a team is looking to invest potentially millions into a player. Has that player developed like expected physically? Has his game took the same development steps? Did he choose the right college or professional route that will best showcase his talent in that 1 year removed from high school? Has he done anything publicly that can threaten the NBA brand in that time? Or does he have the skill and talent now that makes his potential higher than a different option on the table? Those sorts of questions and more play a huge factor in the YouTube sensation actually making the NBA. Sure, there's your Matt McClungs, your Zions, LaMelo Ball, that go on to make the NBA and achieve great things on that level, and even lucrative contracts setting them up for a lifetime. But there's also the Julian Newmans, Isaiah Jellyfan Washingtons, and even a guy like Imani Bates, who was the #1 pick projected player all throughout high school, only to play for 2 colleges and be drafted in the 2nd round, fighting for a roster spot. Today's feature is the story of what happened to 3 guys that if you only went by their YouTube hype were supposed to be future NBA stars. Mikey Williams leading the charge was even signed by Puma, the first high schooler to even be given such an endorsement. Noah Farrakhan was the cool kid with the hops and dance moves perfect for the bright lights and SportsCenter top plays. And Ronald Segou, aka Rondo, who hezzied his way into much fanfare, all are taking different, unexpected routes to their dream of making the NBA. So, where are they now? Let's talk about it. It's your boy JC Stunner Growth. Let's get it, man.
Mikey just got too much shit going on, for real.
There is absolutely nothing going on with me.
Look at Hillary Duff.
Everybody drinking? Subscribe and comment on who I should do next. Mikey Williams is a 6'3" shooting guard, point guard from San Diego, California that's been on the prodigy sensation radar since 13 years old, and at 14, some even told him he's better than LeBron was at the same age. YouTube channel Overtime even had a 40-month timeline before the inevitable happened of him making the NBA. Mikey's career was going great. He was a star and averaged 29.9 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 4.9 assists as a freshman on varsity. The hype surrounding him was crazy and came at a perfect time where amateur athletes could profit off their likeness, leading to numerous companies signing him on to represent them. He was scheduled to play for the Memphis Tigers. Noah Farrakhan is a 6'2" point guard from Newark, New Jersey that earned his hype with his sneaky hops that went viral, the actual new SportsCenter, and his personality fitting the viral times we live in. His high school career wasn't as stellar as Mikey's, but they were both more hype than result, finally labeled 4-star and 3-star recruits respectively. Ronaldo Seguin was ranked a top 50 point guard by his high school senior year, a 3-star recruit like Noah that garnered YouTube attention because of his ball handling prowess, aka shiftiness, and cool name pretty much, but resulted in a 239 overall ranking and scholarship to mid-major Buffalo. Where is Ronaldo Seguin now? Rondo, as he's called, went on to play 4 years for Buffalo in the MAC Conference, whose biggest programs are Ohio, Bowling Green, and Kent State, schools that aren't considered top competition in college basketball, where he played 4 seasons. Many sensationalized fans actually thought he'd be a one-and-done prospect, but Ronaldo had a lot of deficiencies in his game that he needed major work on before he could even think of an NBA opportunity. First off, he's listed at 6 foot, but we all know how that goes, usually meaning he's probably closer to anywhere from 5'9" to 6 foot. He's also very slender, or tiny could be a better word, so wasn't as effective finishing at the rim, even in high school. At Buffalo, he struggled his first 2 seasons with finishing, shooting in the 30s on field goal percentage at 2 points as a freshman and 8 points, 2 assists in 22 minutes as a sophomore. His junior and senior year, he picked it up as a starter, averaging 13 points and 4 assists, and 14.9 points and 5 assists, but went undrafted in 2022, playing Summer League with the Memphis Grizzlies. He also struggled since his high school days with an unorthodox shooting form and slow release, making it easy for defenses to play off him, daring him to shoot the deep ball. His results actually weren't that bad, making high 30s from 3 and over 4 attempts per game in college at that distance. Still, with his size, release, and high-level defense, not to mention a further distance, who knows whether that could translate on the NBA level. After Summer League, he was unable to secure a deal with an NBA or G League team and headed overseas to Greece in their second division, where he was the league's season MVP. He hopes to continue playing overseas until an NBA opportunity calls, but my projection, he'll probably go overlooked on NBA radars with where the game is headed, without the size and traditional shooting ability, also his decision-making ability, even he admits to needing work. Where is Noah Farrakhan now?
He doing alright. He a little college.
When it comes to high school players of his era, I like Noah Farrakhan a lot leaving high school, mainly because he has the star quality to fill the seats, and also I liked how fearless he played when attacking the rim, and his shooting form was always very deadly. But at the same time, I could tell he'd struggle physically, as he never seemed to develop into his man body, as I'd say, and still seems a bit light in that aspect and game style. He makes up for it with his ability to elude defenders, with his creative dribbling and elevation on his jump shot, improving as a mid-range shooter every season in college. First at East Carolina, and then after he transferred to Eastern Michigan. At Eastern Michigan, also in the MAC like Seguin, he had a solid first year, leading the team in scoring at 16 points a game and 3-point shooting at over 40%. Of course, the level of competition hinders those stats from leading to an NBA draft selection, but solid for just his second year playing in college. He needed a huge follow-up year to even be considered a draft prospect, but with the addition of future NBA second-round draft pick Imani Bates taking over as the scoring leader, Noah's scoring and shooting dipped dramatically to 12 points a game and 24% from deep. He's also not much of a point guard, averaging little over 2 assists per game in college and actually more turnovers than dimes. He recently transferred a second time now to West Virginia, which will be a great opportunity to show against major schools. He can be all the things he has yet to be, but the mountain is steep. He'll need to show improvement in shooting, ability to receive and thrive through contact, and development in running a team, distributing for positive results instead of turnovers. My projection, like Seguin, he's probably a better overseas guy than NBA for these reasons. But who knows? Anything can happen in this all-important upcoming year.
skip.
Where is Mikey
This
Williams
is what we
now?
need to know, bro. Where's his ugly ass?
Other than Imani Bates or Zion Williamson, Mikey Williams has been the most hyped American prospect in some time. He exploded onto the scene at 14 years old, and I remember at the time he was much more physically developed than his peers, and actually seemed he would grow to be much taller than he eventually did. He's listed at 6'2", meaning he's actually anywhere from 6 foot to 6'2". But the problem is, all the while he was coming up, he tailored his play style to more of a scoring or shooting guard and not naturally a point guard. This hurt him his senior year because by then, you could see he had a 6'5" and above D-Wade, Bradley Beal aggressive driving and athletic game, but without the height that could translate to the NBA, much less being a one-and-done prospect. The first sign that maybe it was beginning to show his potential wasn't matching the hype was when he was unceremoniously left off the McDonald's All-American roster, an achievement everyone expected him to easily make with all the hype that surrounded him since his freshman year in high school. Then he fell all the way outside the top 50 nationally and top 10 at his position, and from there, things even began to fall apart off the floor. He posted an image of him burning McDonald's All-American gear. I guess they sent him early, only for him not to qualify. And then there was his arrest and 5 felony charges April 2023 for assault with a deadly weapon, to which he faces a max of 4 years in prison if convicted, that threw his name far off NBA radars. According to police, Williams fired a gun at a car full of people following an altercation at a house party. His preliminary hearing has been pushed back twice to now September 5th, 2023, holding him out Memphis Tiger preseason games and who knows how much longer. There's a chance he may not even play this year or ever in college. If so, making his NBA chances slim. I always seen him as drastically out of position and in need of 4+ more inches to suit his game style and potential in the NBA. He needed this season to show that won't be a problem. Instead, he's found far more serious problems to address. All in all, these 3 guys I featured because I like them as players and see some potential in them as professionals. Who am I to say which level they'll get to, as much can happen in a year. They all have professional basketball in their future, with Rondo already there, and Mikey being the biggest question mark, but for all YouTube fans wondering, here's where they are now. Salute, much respect, it's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'm out.
Damn, man. I ain't gonna lie. The way it's looking now, Mikey might be overseas for a couple years, but I ain't gonna lie. We just gonna have to see how this case going. But Rondo overseas, that's his fit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like he said, Rondo, like, he's skinny as shit. Same as Noah. So, like, y'all ain't finna go to the league and y'all got niggas like LaMelo guarding you, shit like that. Marcus Smart. Them niggas is, man. But it's good they playing somewhere, though. It's always good. But if you're rocking with the channel, go ahead and leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. Catch me on the next one.